Welcome to a new test and teardown video. This time it's another homebrew or internal design by a company for a company, of course. But I still call it DIY because it is not a product you can go buy, obviously. It is very well made and well designed. So I look so much forward to open this one. It's made by DMI in the 80s. And this one consists of a calibrated receiver. You can obviously select some different calibration levels and frequencies. So they're working between 30 and 40 megahertz. Those receivers. We've got, of course, a power supply and some audio data input for the tape data recorders. I already released a video about the data recorder on the cassette tape. So that's, of course, the interface for that. And here is another receiver and some control stuff. I think there's not a lot to say to see what's going on here from the front. So I think we should just open it and have a look. I took off the top cover and look at that. Wow, that is so beautiful. So there's a really well made mechanical design. Nice shield inside. Wow, man. I don't see any wires between the three units. So, I mean, maybe we could just take out the screws here in the front and take out each of the three units. But I am totally impressed. Yes, I could just unscrew the 4 screws here at the front and then just pull the modules out like that. And what do you know? That is such a beautiful design. Plenty of space to do all your things the right way. So that's definitely nice. Good quality switches. That is some good stuff here. So this connector is called control, but of course also power and stuff like that. We got some input capacitors, regulators, op amp. That one is called frequency control, and that wire go to an oscillator where different value of resistors sets different frequencies of this oscillator. So that is probably used to handle the receiver. Yes, via this cable, and then it goes to the receiver. And that is one beautiful receiver. Let's take it out and have a look, huh? And that will be the receiver. I am a little bit impressed. It is very beautiful. Look at the filters here. So that's marked IR number 8 and then from 91. Oh, we got a little dual gate MOSFET thingy here, right? And that is where no surprise, this is where the oscillator injection goes, and then you create your IF. So here's your receiver input, some front end amplifier, more filters, and then your mixer. So that's how it's done. Even using those for a little shield box with some little parts in there. So that is actually really smart thinking, because of course you can use those boxes for that. But it's a really good mechanical design. And the nice shield box and screwed together like that. It's a good way to avoid interference and problems and stuff like that. And everything is of course handmade. I've been looking a little bit at this power supply. So there's a transformer, diode bridge, capacitors, inductors, main capacitors, plus and minus 12 volt regulators, and a little bit of capacitors like that. That is absolutely nice and beautiful. I like the filtering. So that is a good idea. And then the bottom side of this module is actually a little bit interesting. I didn't expect to find a little audio amplifier and a speaker. And the speaker cable is shielded. And there's a capacitor on the negative side. Let's look a little bit closer on this amplifier, audio amplifier for this loudspeaker. And I've put in the schematic right next to this layout here so we can see how it's connected. And it looks like the speaker is actually connected on the positive. So this bottom capacitor, that is actually a positive supply going into pin 11. And then the output is on pin 9. It's definitely not like the schematic at all. So there's probably DC voltage or like DC current going through the loudspeaker in this mode. It's a little bit special, but I hope it works. But it's definitely not like it's supposed to be if you look at the schematics. So this is the last receiver of the 3 plug-in modules. And it is also very, very impressive design. It's also very special. Look at this, the control and power supply and all that kind of stuff. So a lot of the wires goes up here through a lot of good filters. And then the signals there are used to select different input filters using some diodes and stuff like that here. And all the different filters, that's of course different frequency bands. Front end frequency band selector. And then it goes to some more filters like that. And then a standard IF filter, it's a crystal filter by the way. So it's really a beautiful receiver design. And there is another side. Very, very impressive, beautiful build. Look at all that goody stuff here. So it's a very, very complex receiver, really. All sorts of time constants. Yeah, I am a little bit impressed how complex it is, as well as how well it is designed.